What's up guys, Houndish here, and today it's the weekly reset in Destiny 2 for the 16th of April. And of course this is the first reset since the launch of Into the Light, so a couple of interesting things to go after this week. We do have 2 new Brave weapons which have been added to the inventory. On top of that though, we get more upgrades for the Whisper of the Worm. Otherwise though, we get additional updates from Bungie, and then we'll break down the Eververse inventory for the week, all of the key rewards in the game, and additional vendor items for a general breakdown of everything worth knowing about the weekly reset this Tuesday. So as always guys, I hope you find the video today useful, and if you do, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. Also get subscribed for more Destiny content, and now let's get into it. And first up today, we do get a new hotfix for the game, so we've already got an update after Into the Light has dropped, and this is update 7361. For changes, Bungie say in general, quitter penalties are now applied to the account and not the character, so you can't switch character and just jump back in, I guess. Also for Iron Banner, they do say they're increasing the drop rates for Tusk of the Boar and the Multimax CCX for players that have not acquired them yet. I believe we have one more Iron Banner at the end of the month, so that will be a useful change. And then for Onslaught, they fixed an issue where players who missed the portal back to the main combat area remain stuck for the duration of the purchase phase. On top of that, an issue where Onslaught was showing the Trials of Osiris symbol when selecting the activity, which is a bit random. And then we get changes for the Whisper exotic mission, and they fixed an issue where only the player breaking the Oracle would get rewards, and another where the player breaking the Oracle could get more rewards than intended. So a couple of funky things there. But the very final one is for gameplay and investment, and for weapons, they fixed an issue where players could get unlimited uptime for the Cascade Point perk, and that's why it's been disabled recently. So presumably, in the immediate future, that will be re-enabled. On the subject of Into the Light content though, with the reset we do get the introduction of 2 new Brave weapons, and that includes Midnight Coup and the Mountaintop. So as of this week there are only 4 weapons which currently aren't available. But for the newly added ones, firstly we will get the quest at our site, so jump in and get those completed, and then we can attune for the weapons, get random drops, the limited edition curated rolls, and of course the subsequent grind for the god rolls. So some new things on that front. Otherwise, Eris will have the quest for the Whisper upgrade this week, and I believe we'll be unlocking No Distractions, so let us know if you'll be diving in to get that done. Next up though, and onto the Eververse inventory for the week right here. As always, be sure to pick up your free bundle of Bright Dust on the front page, and then for the front page of featured Bright Dust items, we've got the Master Chef exotic emote, which is 3,250 Bright Dust, if you fancy cooking something up. Also though, we do have the Unhearing to be Told ornament for Imperial Decree available this week, and that is 700 Bright Dust, so an older ornament there if you want to add it to collections. And then we've got the Subjugator entrance Transmat effect, which is 450 Bright Dust. Let's go back to our preview right there. On top of that though, for shaders, we've got the Abyssinian Gold available this week. All the shaders are 300 Bright Dust of course. On top of that, on the front page, we also have the Sinking Feeling shader available. And then for the main Bright Dust section, we've got this Steepled Stair, if I'm saying that one correctly, which is 700 Bright Dust this week from this season. A kind of cool one. Also, we've got the Future Facing Plate, if you're looking to add some older universal ornaments to sets. This is 1200 Bright Dust this week. And then there is the Bel Air Shell Exotic Ghost, which is 2850 Bright Dust. On top of that though, we've got the Halison Corvette, if I'm saying that one correctly as well. This one is 2000 Bright Dust, certainly a rather curious looking ship. Additionally though, we've got the Open Sky Tora, which is 2500 Bright Dust, cool sparrow available this week. And for the exotic weapon ornament, we've got Internal Combustion for the Lament, which is certainly a pretty cool one right there, available for 1250 Bright Dust, definitely worth picking up, especially if you like the sword. And then there is the Riven Projection, Ghost Projection for 1500 Bright Dust. And for the second page of shaders, initially we have Deep Sea Jaunt available right there. On top of that though, there is the Golden Age Wine available this week. Once again, all of these are 300 Bright Dust. And then there is Irradiant Charoite, if I'm saying that one correctly, which is rather bright. And finally, the Springtide Faint from back in Season of Defiance, which is a rather pink shader. So let us know if you plan to grab those. But we've got the Reef Shimmer Transmat effect right here. All of these are 450 Bright Dust. There is also the Signal Processed available this week. And very finally, we've got the Harpy entrance if you're feeling vexy as well. So give us your thoughts on that Eververse inventory down below guys, and anything that you plan to pick up. Also to check in at Banshee for the featured weapons for the moment at least, we've got the Lunar Ladder 4B with Rangefinder and Golden Tricorn. There's also Cartesian Coordinate, which has got Lid from Gold and Thresh. And then Annual Skate with Outlaw and Multi-Kill Clip, which isn't too bad. As well as Syncopation, which has got Zen Moment and Vorpal Weapon. And then the Palmyra B, which has Ensemble and Chain Reaction. So let us know your thoughts on those, but keep in mind, the weapons and rolls will change throughout the course of the week. And finally, for a quick check-in with Shader 1 down here in the annex, for the armor right here, we've got the Mimic Savior set, so if you want to add some older sets to collections, you can always grab those this week. But for the shaders, which are 10,000 Glimmer, initially there is Cinderchar, available right there, which is somewhat cool. There's also the Echoes of Io, an older Io Destination shader, so this is the only way we can pick this one up now, I believe. And also there is War Cult Rain, if you're looking for older faction shaders, so give us your thoughts on those below. When it comes to the weekly Nightfall though, this time around we've got Hypernet Current as the featured strike, and the featured Nightfall weapon should be the Warden's Law according to the rotation, so good luck if you are jumping in to hunt down any of that stuff. For other rewards though, as well as Whisper being available this week once again, we also have Vox Obscura as the featured exotic mission, so Dead Messenger and Season of the Risen weapons are available there, but for the featured raid and dungeon activities, we've got Root of Nightmares initially, where we can farm for conditional finality, as well as any of the legendary drops. But also Ghosts of the Deep is up, and that means that the Navigator exotic is also farmable this week, so a couple of pretty good exotics to try and pick up if you haven't already got them. But our very final mention is for the Lost Sectors this week, so today we've got Scavenger's Den on the EDZ dropping exotic chest pieces. On the list in there you can also see the additional random world drop weapons which are featured today. For April 17th though, we've got Skydock dropping exotic helmets, and then April 18th will be the Quarry in the EDZ dropping exotic legs. April 19th will be Aphelion's Rest in Dreaming City, that's dropping exotic gauntlets, and then for the 20th of April we'll see Bay of Drowned Wishes dropping exotic chest pieces, which is followed by Chamber of Starlight on the 21st dropping helmets, and finally April 22nd we'll see Perdition on Europa, and that will be dropping exotic legs. And for today guys, that's what we have to round up in the weekly reset, so let us know what you're up to in the game this week. Good luck on the hunt for those brave weapons. And as always, if you have enjoyed the video, a rating below really does help us out. Also get subscribed to the channel and turn on notifications, and that way I can keep you posted with everything related to the game. Otherwise though, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.